Hello, folks. Welcome back to Wasteland Remastered. I spent a couple minutes doing nothing but using pick lock on this door. So, we can see that there is a pile of loot here. We can see some scorch marks here and here. Now, in the original, it was much clearer that something was going on here because the only use of the icons that were used there were for traps and pressure plates. This is a little harder to tell. Charged with 220 volts. Alright, so got some cash, grenades, nothing that we need. And zap again. But no alarms. If we'd blown open the door, we would have gotten an alarm. Hey, Covenant. Alright, so last time we visited Freddy, and we visited Crumb. This time, we're going to go visit Faran Brygo. Now, Faran Brygo's office is not marked. It is, in fact, this building right here, but there's no indication of it. You have to find it. Now, why is this building important? Those of you that are familiar with this game already will be going, oh, holy crap, this isn't good. So, I'm just looking for something here. Hang on. Nope, not that. There we go. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Nope. Oh. Wow. Hey, we found another. I found another fake paragraph. That was one that I'd forgotten about. It's a fake Fat Freddy paragraph.
Fat Freddy has long since forgotten the concept of personal hygiene. His dirty black hair clings to his face like dead ebony vines. A thin, scraggly beard barely conceals deep red pockmarks. Effluvium that scrapes your nasal passages raw seeps from every one of the fat man's pores. I'm so glad to meet you. I've always admired the Rangers, and I consider you the only people I can trust with some secret information. The fat man's yellow eyes slipped side to side in his obese face. Faran Brygo is trying to get $100 million in diamonds to York Isle on the east coast of the continent, and he needs someone like you to make the journey. If he succeeds, he'll destroy the economy of the world, and we'll all be thralls in his new empire. Freddy produces a handkerchief and wipes the sweat from his brow. I'll let you keep the diamonds if you can stop his mad plan. Find him, kill him, and you'll save the world.
Yeah, they got really creative with these. And this is obliquely referenced in a fake Charmine paragraph. Okay, so why is this building so significant? Or this location so significant? Because if you walk up to the front door, you're in range of the Scorpitron. Yes, this is my personal theory, is that the Scorpitron was sent here to keep Faran Brygo locked down. So, Scorpitron. So, fun story. When I was first playing this, way back in the day, 89 or whatever, it was, oh, holy crap, Scorpitron. Well, I can't fight that. I'll duck into this building, because it'll be just like all the other buildings. It's an abandoned building. I can duck in here, and I can heal. And then I saw this. And I was like, I don't know what the password is. Well, and I got kicked back out, and I got killed by the Scorpitron. So, we got a couple fake passwords. So what happens if we use Clover? they let us in. How about that? Because the password is Kestrel. Do you want to see Mr. Brygo? Yes. Who sent you? Crumb. I really like this song. So, big slab of rock. Big slab of rock. Now, we are... Oh, hey, look at that. We're all sick. Look at that. That's because we used the wrong password. Let's investigate this. Yes, wrong. Alright, so Ace is unconscious. He'll never wake up as long as we're sick. Let's go in here. Let's see what happened for using the wrong password. Presumably Phoenix would do the same thing. Exam. It gives us herpes. Oh, now I'm curious. Because I have never given the wrong password before. Alright. Load. So this is interesting. Yeah, I've never given the wrong password before. Presumably Phoenix will be the same thing, but the fact that giving the wrong password gives you herpes, that's kind of funny. Alright, so the Scorptron's over there. Oh, we could have taken that route. Oh, well. Oops, slicer dicers. Oh, well, okay. It was a little excessive, Ace. I don't think you needed to burn the whole mag. It's just slicer dicers, dude. Alright. Yep, up we go. Alright, that was neat. So, if we say the correct password, Kestrel, we can go in with no problem. Although, Ralph has been shot in the face. There we go. Alright, so, as I was saying, we now have a decision to make. Because remember, Fat Freddy hired us to kill Brygo. Now, legitimately, you don't want to kill Brygo. Brygo is working to make Vegas, and by extension, everywhere else better. Despite how he may appear in Wasteland 3, he's a good guy. He's a mensch. But there's a cutoff here. You can help him or you can kill him. You can't do both. And once you pick one, the other one is locked out. So you can't agree to help him and then come back later and kill him. Once you make your decision, these doors here get blocked. So you can't even get to the office again. So it will affect our ending, but I think we'll just go ahead and kill him and go from there, because I want to show off more, and there's some good loot in here. Yes, we're here to see Mr. Brygo, and Crumb sent us.
Faran Brygo's office is modest, yet clean and pleasant. 2 guards, one tall, blonde, and stern-looking, the other shorter and stockier, flank the desk. Brygo, a dark, handsome man, smiles at you.
Dark?
I understand you want to speak with me, gentlemen.
He looks like he's covered in chalk. Look at how pale he is. Alright, so, if you apologize and leave, you're out, you're done, nothing. If you attack, you attack. If you ask what you can do for him, he gives you a paragraph, which I'll play in a minute. If you tell him what he can do for you, he attacks. So we'll be cocky. You'll never get out of here alive. And he disappears under his desk, and we have to fight 2 guards. Oh no. 2 guards. Load. Yeah, these guards are not too... Yeah, they're nothing special. Anyway, look around his office. Looks very nice. Big desk. And, oh no, we can't get out through the door. Oh no. Oh hey, trap door. Secret door. Alright, so, if we weren't murder hobos, what we would get is paragraph 7.
Once the introductions have been made, the big boss pulls out a box of cigars and passes them around, explaining that it is his special blend grown somewhere further north. When everyone is comfortable and the bodyguards have taken up unobtrusive positions behind you, he begins to talk. You must be the Rangers sent to help. What do you mean? You cautiously ask. One of my men is missing. We don't think he's dead because he's too valuable to kill. We think some other group in town has grabbed him. If we don't get him back, the whole town will probably be overrun by these damn death machines that have started to appear, because he's the only one in town with the scientific know-how to fight them. He's the one who thought of the landmines, and they've destroyed more robots than anything else in town. Brygo reaches into his desk and brings out a drawing of a rather ordinary-looking man. This is Max, he explains. He came to us about a year ago from the Wasteland to the east. He was the greatest hand-to-hand fighter we'd ever seen, and he also seemed to know a lot about the science from before the war. He didn't remember where he came from. At least that's what he told us. I quickly made him my right-hand man. When we began to hear rumors of death machines coming out of the west, and especially when the first of them reached the Vegas border several weeks ago, Max grew frantic. He began to talk crazy about how all life was in peril and how only he could save us. He said he needed special equipment and that someone near Vegas should have it. I should have put a guard on him then, but instead I decided to send Ace out to look for help. One night, Max disappeared. We've been looking for him ever since without success. Now I've lost my best man, and things are getting worse. Newer and stronger robotic death machines are appearing all the time. If we don't find Max soon, even a fortress like this may not be able to hold out against the death machines. Go see Charmaine in the Mushroom Church. Tell her I sent you, and she may be able to help. You nod your head. Yeah, we've tangled with some of these death machines before, and we gotta stop whoever's making them. Any clues? There are 2 other power groups here in Vegas that we know of. Fat Freddy runs the criminal element. He'd like to take over my position. There's also the servants of the Mushroom Cloud, religious fanatics who won't be happy until every person in Vegas has been converted to their own poisonous religion. There may be others. Vegas is a big town. But those are the ones we suspect most. I need you to go find Max. What do you say? Will you do it? The Desert Rangers huddle for a few minutes. You decide that taking on this mission could be quite an adventure, and decide to go for it. Besides, your curiosity's been aroused. You're sure that Max knows a lot more than he has told Brygo. If you want explanations, he's the man you'll need to see. All right, you tell the boss. We'll find him if he's findable. In the meantime, you try to hold out here. The big boss stands up, shakes your hands, and wishes you all luck. Then he shows you the way out.
So, a lot of info there. They might have animated this one. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They probably did, but I'll find a way to show that again. That might be a quick little bonus episode at the end. So, this here, episode 14 or 15, 7, 6, 7, 8 hours into the game, possibly more if you're going slower because you aren't familiar and you're having to search through all these worthless buildings. Here is where we get the plot. Here is where the game really kicks into gear. I mean, because before we had High Pool. Well, nothing much there. Talk about raiders. Okay, no big deal. Then you go to Quartz, and Quartz leads you to Needles, which leads you to Vegas, but you don't have any concept of the plot. All you know up until this point is there's stuff happening, and so it's like, all right, so what are we doing? Are we just, walking around beating up bad people and rescuing? What's the story here? And here, finally, is where we get the story. And it's death machines. So we've got to find Max. But that information we don't officially have. So, oh, hey, look at that. We got a lunatic. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Dying. That's what he's doing here. Here we go. This is it. IBM AT on the computer. If you're playing on a Commodore 64, you'd see a Commodore 64, and presumably if you're playing on an Apple II, you'd see an Apple II. The screen says Wasteland 2. You shiver with anticipation. Yep, there's nothing in there. More guards. More guards. More guards. So this, yeah, there you go. It's kind of slow going because there's lots of 1 and 2 target encounters. Yep. We did that for a reason. Yeah, bathroom, and yeah, these are just... In the original, these were just empty rooms. There was nothing in them, so... Press the button. Shook. And then there's those 2 guards that we saw when we came in. That lever that we pulled opened this door over here. That door is sealed, and we go down here, and those doors are sealed. They're closed with, like, concrete slabs that fell out of the ceiling in the other game. But, actually, this isn't too bad. We've got boarded up, and then we've got, like, braces put up against them to seal you in. We go over here. This is the nice area. That's an exit. We don't want to go out yet. Big Boss Brygo, keep out. No, we want to go in. Oh, we can't. We can't carve it, so we got to pick this lock. Or use a missile. By the way, you can, again, soft lock. If you can't pick locks, you can get stuck in here. Got a nice jacuzzi. And a bench. Chill out in the jacuzzi. Something strange on the wall here. That's weird. Hieroglyphic graffiti. Huh. Who's got that skill? You've got that skill. Yeah, look at that. Yep. Cryptography is the only way to open that door. Let's see. Yeah, cryptography is the only way to open that door. You can't blow it open. You can't pick it. You don't even know it's a door until you use cryptography. It's one of the uses. And we've got a vault. Now, this vault is an example of how the randomly generated loot is done. There's always one rifle and clips, but the number of clips can change. Likewise, all of those rockets, which is the main reason you do this, really, is for all those rockets. The cash can vary. I've gotten as much as like 500, I think. So we use rockets as universal lockpicks. So Sabot versus RPG doesn't really matter. Laws do more damage than Sabots. RPGs do more damage than Laws. So if you're using them as weapons, it makes a difference. But like I said, I use them as lockpicks. Case in point. Now, what happened there? There is... It's either a mine or they've thrown a grenade. But, yeah. So you break down the door and you get an explosion in the face. But it doesn't really do much damage. You're tougher than I thought, but not tough enough. Yeah, Faran is trying to get out, but we're not going to let him. We're going to kill his pasty sucker. And there's the Onyx Ring. Yeah, you want to get the Onyx Ring, because you don't want to go through all of that for nothing. However, there is another Onyx Ring elsewhere that you can get and use. Yep, we've killed Faran Brygo. Yeah, if you go out there, you've got the Scorptron to deal with. I forgot about him. If you go out the back door, you come out there and, you know, landmines and all that. Ugh, gun droids. So, we're going to swing on over to Fat Freddy. Hopefully we don't get mired in too many. Okay, so that was a set combat. Basically, if loot is dropped, it's a set combat. If there is no loot, then it isn't necessarily. But loot will only drop from set combats. Random encounters don't drop loot, ever. I don't even know where they are. Do you see them? I don't see them. Oh, there they are. No, now they're further away. Ugh, 92. Oh, they're over there on the... They're over there. Alright, there's a racetrack. they're missing and not chasing. Again, yeah. In the game, they would have chased us. In the other versions of the game, they would have chased us. I don't know what happened to the enemy AI in this version. But it does make life a little bit easier, so I'm not complaining too much. If you want to play Wasteland, and you want you want a slightly easier experience, this is the version you want. It is still difficult. I don't know if I'd say difficult. It is still unforgiving. But it's ever so slightly easier because of how the AI works. Yeah, RPG and grenades. Alright, we're getting way more random encounters than I would like. We're also getting a fair amount of set encounters. We're getting there, folks. Alright, there's Spade's Casino. Alright, here we go. Fat Freddy's. Bird.
Fat Freddy turns the ring over in his thick hands. A smile creeps onto his face like scum over stagnant water. I don't believe it. You actually were foolish enough to kill him? He stares at you with piggish eyes. You are obviously too dangerous to live.
Hey, where's my 25 G's? It's an ambush. And quite an ambush it is. Got a lot of people here. A lot of people here. Well, we don't really want to kill Freddy, as we want to see his cameo. So we'll just rip a few clips and blow almost everybody away. Oh, we got some bodyguards now. Burst tech. 3 burst tech. 4 burst tech. 5 burst. Yeah, we're not letting the NPCs shoot because I don't want them to kill Freddy. Because we want to see his cameo. And if we just mow him down... I mean... Yeah, I could just pull it up. But it's not the same as seeing him in all his glory on a staircase. I don't know why he's on a staircase. Why are you on a staircase, Freddy? It's usually tougher than that. So, we've got 129 bucks and the generic 168 bucks. This is a real generic prize loadout. The 9mm and the 45s. And they're completely worthless at this point in the game. And, oops, I did not want that SMG. So, that's what you get for killing Fat Freddy. Yep. So we still don't know what's going on here. Brygo's hideout. There's Brygo. AC4, Constitution 80, weapon automatic. Yep. So, This episode's going to be a little long, but that's okay. So, we're going to rewind time. Because, to be perfectly honest, we don't really need that loot. It's nice to have. I almost said kestrel. Or I almost said bird. It's nice to have, but we don't really need it. Yes, crumb. So, let's do this the right way.
Once the introductions have been made, the big boss pulls out a box of cigars and passes them around, explaining that it is his special blend grown somewhere.
However, we have listened to this before, so we can... But there is more art, so we've got the box fading in and out. That's kind of nice.
You must be the Rangers sent to help.
I don't know why they made him so pale. I mean, he was kind of pale in the original one, but I mean, he's like an albino here. Except for the red hair, which, I mean, I suppose maybe he dyes it.
The whole town will probably be overrun by these damn death machines that have started to
I think there's some more images. I don't think it just holds static on him like this. But either way, if we want to kill Freddy again later, we can. Because like I said, there is a second Onyx ring in the game. I don't know why it's there. I think it's just a corrupted loot table. But there is another Onyx ring in the game. And I want that hat.
He was the greatest hand-to-hand fighter we'd ever seen. And he also seemed to know a lot about the science from before the war. He didn't remember where he came from. At least that's what he told us. I quickly made him my right hand.
I've actually never seen this animation before because every time I play, I kill Brygo. Because after all this, because I know all this, I've played this game hundreds of times. I don't need this info dump.
He said he needed special equipment and that someone near Vegas should have it.
It's not really near Vegas, Max. It's a little ways away.
One night.
Fortunately, this means our next stop is the Servants.
Now I've lost my best man.
Servants is rough.
Newer and stronger
I don't know if we are ready for the sewers.
Even a fortress like this may not be able to hold out against
the sewers is the crucible. If you can get through the sewers, you can probably get through the rest of the game. But the sewers are rough.
Yeah, we've tangled with some of these death machines before. And we gotta stop whoever's making them. Any clues? There are two other power groups here in Vegas that we know of.
Wait a minute. This is a response to
like to take over my position.
Who's causing the death machines? Fat Freddy's not causing death machines, and Charmine certainly isn't causing the death machines.
Been converted to their own poisonous religion. There may be others. Vegas is a big town, but those are the ones we suspect most. I need you to go find Max. What do you say? Will you do it? The Desert Rangers huddle for a few minutes. You decide that taking on this mission could be quite an adventure.
It's a hell of a reason to do it. But yes, it would be quite an adventure. More importantly, it will advance the plot of the game.
A lot more than he has told Brygo. If you want explanations, he's the man you'll need to see. All right, you tell the boss.
His hands are really big.
We'll find him if he's findable. In the meantime, you try to hold out here. The big boss stands up, shakes your hands, and wishes you all luck. Then he shows you the way out.
Yep. And now, I mean, we can kill those guards, but we can't get in there. We may not even be able to kill those guards, so out we go. Yeah, Scorpitron. I ain't got time for you. I don't really have time for you either, but alright. Let's take these guys out. Yeah, these are not tough hand creatures. No, I won't. We could cut through the wasteland, but it's right here. Ah, she's beautiful, and she glows. What a combination. She is not a chopter, she is a rad angel. She was a red angel. This will be our next place to go. Now, one of the greatest not combat sources of XP is actually right here. This little armored camera. If you blow up the camera or use electronics on the camera that wrecks it, these doors here on the side open up and a whole bunch of temple guardians come out. I will show that to you, but we're just going to take a look at it. So if you use electronics, you short out the camera. And Temple Guardians, 783. Oh, but there's some on the other side, too. This is a lot of Temple Guardians. Oh, and there's more. Oh, and there's more. These guys. They will wreck you. Now, if you somehow manage to kill all of them, it's not the end of the world, because you can still do the temple normal. You just have to blow open the front door. But they're kind of tough. Let me see. Yeah. AC 5. That Constitution actually seems a little low. And that damage seems a little low. They're kind of, because of their AC, they're kind of bullet sponges. And they can melt a party if you're not careful. So we don't want to actually do that. So next time, we'll go in like nice people. Until then, have a good one.